everyone, I am Michelle V. Agustin and we will be reporting the Philippine Policing System. Philippine Policing System, the institution of police in the Philippines, formally started during the Spanish period. The establishment of the police force was not entirely intended for crime prevention nor peacekeeping. Rather, it was created as an extension of the colonial military establishment.
The Philippine National Police. The passage into law of December 13, 1990 of Republic Act No. 6975 entitled An Act Establishing the Philippine National Police under a Reorganized Department of the Interior and Local Government and Other Purposes, ended the existence of the Philippine Constabulary and Integrated National Police and gave way to the creation of the Philippine National Police, known as the country's police force that is national in scope of civilian in character. It is administered and controlled by the National Police Commission. So ano nga ba ang work ng PNP? It shall enforce the law, prevent and control crimes, syempre, maintain peace and order, and ensure public safety and internal security with the active support of the community.
History of Philippine Policing System. Ancient roots. The forerunner of the contemporary police system was the practice of barangay chieftains to select able-bodied young men to protect their barangay during the night and were not required to work in the field during daytime. So, basis ng police force before was not more on academic but capability and physical aspect ng isang men or ng isang lalaki to protect their community or the barangay. And among the duties of those selected were to protect the properties of the people in the barangay and protect their crops and livestock from wild animals. Spanish period. Carabineros de Seguridad Pública, organized in 1712 as a mounted riflemen or cavalry. This kind of police organization discharged the duties of a port, harbor, and river police. So, kaya tinawag na mounted rifleman ay they are riding horses and they carry out the regulation of Spanish government, and most of them are members of Spanish militia or the riflemen. So sila yung mga dating sundalo na ngayon na before na nag-organize ng security sa public. And by the royal decree of December 20, 1842, changed its name into Cuerpo de Carabineros de Seguridad de Pública. So, ibig sabihin ng cuerpo is body of guards. And guardilleros or cuardillo, this was a body of rural police by the royal decree of January 18, 1836. This decree provided that 5% of the able-bodied male inhabitants of each province were to be enlisted in this police organization for 3 years. So, kilala din sila sa bilang local police ng municipal. And ayun nga, yung qualifications ay composed of 5% of able-bodied male. Guardia Civil, this was created by a royal decree issued by the Crown on February 12, 1852 to partially relieve the Spanish peninsular troops of their work in policing towns. So, Guardia Civil, tinatawag din silang native Filipinos or Indios, and they were under the supervision and leadership of the Spanish officers. And so, they are composed of Filipinos and under the command of alcalde or the governor. So, American period. The American established the United States Philippine Commission headed by the General Howard Taft as its first Governor-General, and on January 9, 1901, the Metropolitan Police Force of Manila was organized pursuant to Act Number 70 of the Taft Commission, and this has become the basis for the celebration of the anniversary of the Manila Finest every January 9. Act Number 175, an act providing for the organization and government of an insular constabulary. It was enacted on July 18, 1901. So, insular constabulary is established under the general supervision of civil governor for maintaining peace and order. So, Captain Henry T. Allen of the 6th U.S. Cavalry, a graduate of West Point Class 1882, the father of the Philippine Constabulary and the first chief of the Philippine Constabulary in 1901. And Act Number 183, the creation of the Manila Police Department, enacted on July 31, 1901, and it was headed by the Captain George Curry, the first chief of police of the Manila Police Department in 1901. And Act Number 255, the act that renamed the Insular Constabulary into Philippine Constabulary, enacted on October 3, 1901, and Brigadier General Rafael Crame of Rizal Province became the first Filipino appointed as the chief of the Philippine Constabulary on December 17, 1917. And Executive Order 389 ordered that the Philippine Constabulary be one of the four services of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and it was enacted on December 23, 1940. So, the job of the Philippine Constabulary was very militaristic in nature. So, they were included as one of the four services of the armed forces, and it was because of the Executive Order 389.
As I continue, the post-American period, RA 4864, otherwise known as the Police Professionalization Act of 1966, enacted on September 8, 1966, created the Police Commission or POLCOM as a supervisory agency to oversee the training and professionalization of the local police under the office of the President, then later POLCOM renamed into National Police Commission. So before siya naging NAPOLCOM, tinawag mo na siyang POLCOM. And then the martial law period. It was under President Ferdinand Marcos in Presidential Decree 765, otherwise known as the Integration Act of 1975, enacted on August 8, 1975, established the Integrated National Police or INP, composed of the Philippine Constabulary as the nucleus and the integrated local, transferred the NAPOLCOM from the Office of the President to the Ministry of National Defense. Okay, ano nga ba yung INP? INP is the Integrated National Police, was the municipal police force for the cities and large towns of the Republic of the Philippines. One of the two national police forces in the country along with the Philippine Constabulary. It merged with the latter in 1991 to form the present Philippine National Police. Bumalik tayo dito sa post-American period. Ano muna ang NAPOLCOM? Ang NAPOLCOM is a highly capable, responsive, incredible oversight body of the PNP. Sila rin yung mga nagbibigay ng exam para makapasa ka at para makapag-apply ka into the PNP. And then, the post-martial law. Executive Order Number 10112 transferred to the city and municipal government the operational supervision and direction over all INP units assigned within their locality issued on July 10, 1985. The Executive Order Number 1040 transferred the administrative control and supervision of the INP from the Ministry of the National Defense to the National Police Commission. So, dito sa Executive 1040, tinransferred na ng Ministry of National Defense sa NAPOLCOM yung supervision under the PNP. And then RA 6975, otherwise known as the Department of the Interior and Local Government Act of 1990, enacted on December 13, 1990. Ano nga ba yung trabaho ng Department of Interior and Local Government? Sila yung ine-ensure nila na ang public safety ay mas lalong mapalakas ang local government at may kapabilidad na mas lalong ma-deliver ang kanilang serbisyo sa mga mamamayan. And then the RA 8551, otherwise known as the Philippine National Police Reform and Reorganization Act of 1998, enacted on February 25, 1998. Ang RA 8551 is an act providing for the reform and reorganization of the Philippine National Police. It amends certain provision of Republic Act 6975, which established the Philippine National Police under the reorganized Department of the Interior and Local Government. Ang dating RA 6975 ay tinatawag na ngayong RA 8551 na nagkaroon lang ng provision under nito. RA 9708, law amending the provision of RA 6975 and RA 8551 on the minimum educational qualification for appointment of the PNP and adjusting the promotion system. Siya nga pala, ang 6975 at 8551 ay pareho lang. Pero ang pinagkaiba nila, ang 6975 ay old version, while the 8551 is the reform version. Ibig sabihin, panibagong version na naman ito. And then, ang sabi dito sa RA 9708 ay nilagyan na nila ng minimal educational qualification para sa mga gustong mag-apply sa PNP. And then for those appointment and promotion, syempre, RA 1120, an act providing for the rank classification in the Philippine National Police, amending for the purpose Section 28 of Republic Act number 6975, known as the Department of the Interior and Local Government Act of 1990. And then RA 11549, an act lowering the minimum height requirement for the applicants of the Philippine National Police, BFP, BJMP, and BUCOR. As of now, ang minimum requirements for the men is 1.62 meters to 1.57 meters. For female applicants naman po, ang original height limit ay 1.57 meters. Nilowered na siya ngayon into 1.52 meters.
The vision of PNP. Imploring the aid of the Almighty, by 2030, we shall be a highly capable, effective, and credible police service working in a partnership with the responsive community towards the attainment of a safer place to live, work, and do business. Isa lang naman ang gustong mangyari ng PNP dito is maging responsive ang community para mas lalong maging safe ang kanilang mga tirahan, trabaho, at mga business. Gusto nila na pagdating ng 2030 ay mas lalong maging effective at credible ang kanilang serbisyo. The mission of PNP. The PNP shall enforce the law, prevent and control crimes, maintain peace and order, and ensure public safety and internal security with the active support of the community. Ang mission ng PNP ay ito yung kanilang trabaho, mag-enforce ng law, i-prevent at i-control ang crimes, tapos at i-maintain ang peace and order sa komunidad, lalong-lalo na ang public safety dahil ito ang isa sa pinaka-importante para sa mga tao at lalo ng internal security dahil hindi magiging safe ang isang lugar kung walang internal security na syempre kailangan ng support ng community. The core values: maka-Diyos, makabayan, makatao at makakalikasan. Kailangan natin i-apply ito sa ating sarili, hindi lang dapat ang PNP.
What type of police system in the Philippines? There are several police systems in the Philippines. On the national level are the National Bureau of Investigation and the Philippine Constabulary. At the local level, each political entity has its own police force. Philippines is considered as a centralized police because a country with only one recognized police force which operates the entire country, and Philippines has one central office with many regional, provincial, and local branches throughout the country. Logo and motto: we serve and protect. So PNP or the Philippine National Police ay mayroong 6 na simbolo. Ito ang sun, 3 stars, shield, green laurel, lapu-lapu, and service, honor, and justice. So each symbol ay mayroong meaning. So una ay ang sun. Sun symbolizes the flowering, maturing, and ultimate realization of glorious. Next is the 3 stars, represents the 3 main islands of the Philippines, the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Next is shield, symbolizes of the Philippine Constabulary, which perform with honor, professionalism, and courage. Next is laurel. Green laurel with 14 leaves symbolizes the 14 regional commands. And lapu-lapu symbolizes an embodiment of all the genuine leadership. And last is the honor, courage, and justice, ideal distinct of men and women of PNP to ensure the efficiency, integrity, and cohesiveness. Next is the uniforms. The PNP GOA type, a uniform, bash coat. So for women personnel or officers, bash coat and skirt. And for male officers, white V-neck shirt and pants. Skin tone stocking for female and black socks for males. So, ayan yung ibang uniforms or dapat nakasuotan ng isang PNP personnel. Next is the PNP qualifications. Number 1, a citizen of the Philippines. So, madali lang, must be a Filipino citizen. Second, a person of good moral character. So, may magandang records or asal. Number 3, must have passed the psychiatric, psychological, drug, and physical test to be administered by the PNP. Must possess a formal baccalaureate degree from a recognized learning institution. So, yon dapat graduate ng 4 years course. Number 5, must be eligible. PNP entrance or the NAPOLCOM, PD number 907, CS eligibility to college honor graduates. Number 6, must not have been dishonorably discharged from military employment or dismissed for cause from any civilian position in the government. So yon, hindi pa natatanggal sa militar o gobyerno. Number 7, must not have been convicted by final judgment of an offense or crime involving moral turpitude. So, hindi pa nahatulan o nasasaktal o hindi pa nasasangkot sa anumang krimen. And 8, must be at least 5'2" for men, 1.57 meters, and 5 flat for women. Number 9, and must weigh not more or less than 5 kilograms from the standard weight corresponding to his or her weight, age, and sex. And last, must not be less than 21 nor more than 30 years of age.
As we proceed to PNP requirements, lahat po ng nakikita nyo dito sa screen ay mga requirements na ipapasa when you join in PNP. Siyempre, eligible professional are encouraged to join for initial requirements, preparing the following documents in PDF format. Huwag po natin kakalimutan, in PDF format. Letter A, notarized CSC and PNP personal data sheet. Handwritten po dapat. PSA issued birth certificate of patrolman, patrolwoman, applicant and family documents for issuance of certificate of a declared beneficiary. And then, B1, computerized affidavit of confirmation. B2, PSA issued advisory on marriage of PNP personnel. B3, PSA issued advisory on marriage of a spouse. B4, PSA issued marriage contract. B5, PSA issued birth certificate of dependents. B6, PSA issued certificate of non-marriage. Senomar. B7, photocopy of valid ID with 3 specimen signature. And then, for married, kailangan B1 hanggang B7. Tapos, ang for single, B1, B5, B6, and B7. Don't forget about that. Okay. For married is affidavit of undertaking regarding inconstability of declared birth date. Letter D, the educational background, syempre hindi dapat mawawala. Ang college diploma, syempre ang TOR, yung G1 natin, and then the good moral character. Letter E is eligibility. Sa NAPOLCOM, CSC, PRC, PD number 907. Syempre ang report of rating, PRC shall also attach the authenticated PRC license. And then for clearance, authenticated copies daw po dapat. National Police Clearance, Barangay, Mayor, ADHOC Committee Recommendation, Prosecutor or Fiscal, MTC, RTC, NBI. Letter G, service record for previous employment in the government service, if any. Dapat original. 1-piece colored whole body picture JPEG, 1-piece bust size, 2 pieces 2x2 colored with name, tag, use white background. Photocopy of valid ID, syempre, ang letter J ay tax identification number. Syempre, ang hindi mawawala ang letter K, height waiver, if any. And then, the rank system.
The new rank system of PNP. As we know, mas nasanay ata ang mga tao sa old rank system ng PNP. Kaya naman, i-discuss naman natin ngayon ang new rank of PNP. For now, ang dating PO1 ay tinatawag na ngayong patrolwoman or patrolman. Ang PO2 ay naging police corporal. Ang PO3 naging police staff sergeant. Ang SPO1 ay naging Police Master Sergeant. Ang SPO2 ay naging Police Senior Master Sergeant. Ang SPO3 ay naging Police Chief Master Sergeant. Ang SPO4 ay naging Police Executive Master Sergeant. At ang Inspector ay naging Police Lieutenant. Senior Inspector ay naging Police Captain. Chief Inspector ay naging Police Major. Superintendent, Police Lieutenant, Colonel. And then Senior Superintendent ay naging Police Colonel. Chief Superintendent ay naging Police Brigadier General. And then the Director is naging Police Major General. And then the second of the highest is Deputy Director General na naging Police Lieutenant General. At ang pinakamataas ay ang dating tawag ay Director General, ngayon ay Police General. Sa structural organization naman, nakikita natin dito sa table kung gaano karaming dadaanan. Okay, the PNP organization in structure is composed of the central office or the national headquarters, which houses the office of the PNP chief, 2 deputy chiefs, 1 for administration and 1 for operation. It includes the chief directorial staff and 12 directorial staffs with the support of 10 administrative and 10 operational units and 17 police regional offices. Ang pros naman nitong structural ay nationwide corresponding to the regional subdivision of the country to include the NCRPO, PROS, 1, 2, 3, 4A Calabarzon, 4B Mimaropa, 5 to 13 Caraga, CAR, and ARMM. It was on September 1, 2002 that PRO 4 was subdivided into PRO 4A Calabarzon, which has jurisdiction over the provinces of Laguna, Cavite, and Batangas. Of course, Rizal and Quezon, and PRO 4B Mimaropa, which has jurisdiction over the provinces of Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, Palawan, and meanwhile, the PNP Human Rights Affairs Office Program Management Office of Internal Affairs Service is also under the Chief PNP. And the provincial level, a provincial police office is headed by District Director. In the case of Lareg provinces, police district may be established by the commission to be headed by a district director. As at the city or municipal level or PNP station, each is headed by a chief of police. Lahat ng mga municipal level ay under siya ng chief of police. Tapos kapag the Police National Training Institute or PNTI under the Philippine Public Safety College or PPSC is the premier educational institution for the training of human resource development and continuing education of all personnel of the PNP. The Philippine National Police Academy is also under PPSC na ang pinaka-alam ng mga tao ng PNPA. And then PNTI main office is station of PRO 4 in Canlubang, Laguna with 18 regional training centers nationwide. Ano nga ba yung mga function ng police organization? Una, yung primary or line function, and then the staff administrative function, and then the auxiliary function. Ang primary or line function, it refers to function that carry out the major purposes of the organization. Delivering the services and dealing directly with the public, it serves as the backbone of the police department. It includes patrolling 55. Siya ang pinaka-backbone ng pulisya. And then the staff administrative function, this refers to functions that are designed to support and assist in the performance of the line function. It includes planning, research, and budgeting, and legal advice. Auxiliary function, this refers to function involving the logistical operation of the organization. That's all. Thank you everyone for listening.